people. Hold on. Alright, my apologies. I just want to confirm that I was actually recording my voice, otherwise it'll be kind of awkward. But yeah, I'm back. I got my pizza right next to me. I just needed to cool down a bit. Otherwise I might burn my phone. But anyway, let's just continue with this. Gonna try to do as much progress as I can. Uh-oh. Paimon, you said something bad. Huh. Wait. The little opening. Does that mean the gem is implanted into your chest?
Just like the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up with him.
All Hatham.
Jealous?
You haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Oh my, so much jealous.
Yeah, you're all talk!
Paimon, you really want to say that? Hold on, maybe I should lower a little bit of it. Alright, hopefully this should be better, and there'll be no echo. Just gotta make sure everything's okay.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've now finished.
Oh?
Really? Paimon doesn't believe you.
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts.
Hey.
Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you all had missed.
Really? Oh, you're
Right here in the
there.
village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But before that, you need to understand where she's coming from.
What does that mean?
And she?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word the villagers tell us?
Oh, I get it. I think I know what he's getting at.
You mean
Oh yeah, there was a
some of
second
them
question
lied to
you
us?
seen.
Hiding the truth
different.
does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, these people have their reasons. Remember what Candace said? Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity is in charge of Sumeru. That's because whether King Deshret or the Dendro Archon has power is of little significance to them. By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything they know with you without good reason. That's why you believed there was no further information to be found in this village. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's been observing your every move since you arrived.
Oh.
The reason being, to someone who only wants to live their life in peace, any external factors introduce unpredictability into the equation.
Those eyes, those fierce eyes. You look like a real fighter.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Don't change the subject.
I guess in a way it's a good thing that we're having a little
It's
flashback
quite
here.
obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and strength.
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars.
Oh yeah, she also
She
did
corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are King Deshret fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could easily make herself the radicals' next target.
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so I'm not too familiar with what goes on at night.
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
Which means she actually
Honestly,
saw something.
I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've helped me in the past. If it weren't for them, my house would have collapsed long ago.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru Village at night. In other words, the young miss was very much awake during that time.
Then why would she lie?
I mean,
By
you
getting
already answered
involved with an
that.
outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself. As for why she might be so wary about all this, maybe you should ask her.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me.
Yeah,
If
she
so,
was
it's
pretty
best
much
if I
afraid of
stay
your
out of
eyes.
this.
We're on it.
Yeah, we got this. Don't worry. Now then, let's go and talk to her. Hold on. Oh, perfect. Oh yeah, this place.
Miss
Yeah, I think
Shawnee,
you should try to
as we
increase my
discussed
rank.
earlier, I've brought someone with me.
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but how can I make sure that your friends think the same as you?
Huh? What do you mean? We need to clarify our stance or something?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want.
I suppose we have no other choice.
Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Sure, everyone else does.
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better?
I have no other choice. What the?
Why's that?
I don't like how Katame disappear. Every time those numbers disappear, it freaks me out. I don't know the fuck the game sometimes just freezes. I don't like that.
That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you, even though I do have some reservations. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask something like this. Traveler, do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah, we came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really residents of any one nation.
In other words, we are
even
pretty
so,
much
We've
neutral.
met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in.
That's right.
We have
So,
friends
trust
in
me.
Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
That's right. Shani?
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back for more information.
It's okay.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons. It's okay. We understand.
The fact is that only one side of my family is desert folk. I don't really fit in anywhere in Sumeru. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't belong to either side, and neither side would want me.
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone who's different from them is a traitor?
Most likely.
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs.
Don't I know that?
It makes no difference what I say or how I behave. I'll always be suspected of having ulterior motives. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see anything. All I want is to live my life in peace. And then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared with no explanation, and I didn't dare breathe a word about it to anyone. Until now.
You can tell them. I'm sure she'll keep your secret.
Yeah, you can trust me.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Alhaitham. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing than most. Sometimes, I hear strange crying sounds in the night.
Well, that is weird.
There are ghosts?
I don't think so.
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from far away in the distance, and always carries very raw emotion. It used to be louder and more frequent, but ever since you arrived in the village, it doesn't seem to happen as often. And when it does, it's much quieter. I have to focus really hard to make it out.
Interesting.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather believe that they are the cries of beasts than ghosts.
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old hospital not far from the village.
That should be good enough.
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar, but it's been abandoned for years.
Yeah, let's go!
I mean, if you can hear a crying sound, it could be someone hiding in the hospital. Maybe he's afraid. Either way, we're going to the hospital. Which is right there. Oops, oh, I need to go this way. Hello. I may as well do this. Get over here. Come here, come here. Nice.
Sounds good to me.
Just as expected. Go. Let's dance.
Take that!
Over here.
I guess it is.
Monsters, watch out!
Yep, lots of them. We got.
Life goes on.
There you go. Oh shit. There's more of them coming. Come here, big boy. Let's have fun.
Sacred name, fortune preserver.
Retribution!
Over here.
Oh shit. Okay. Come on. I really don't like when you get freezes. Bring me out.
I'll protect
Come on, almost there. There you go. Done.
They were easier to deal with than Paimon had expected. Super strong bandits? Or monsters taller than buildings dropping out of the sky?
Are you really sure about that?
You know, something like that.
Are you trying to kill me?
He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
Right.
This is the one.
The one? Oh? Why are you screaming?
Let's go in and take a look.
Yeah, let's do that.
Hey, Ethan. We haven't found Squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until
I
then,
guess we're gonna stay here until night? I guess we are.
I'm taking a break.
Oh, goody.
And just like that, he sits down. Wait, he even brought a book to read?
He's
What
always
are you
bringing a
reading?
book.
Let Paimon see.
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity
Oh
of
my
an
god.
entity in natural motion in contrast with an object in forced motion? Huh?
You mean
When
math?
free from external influences, every entity displays the tendency to follow its natural trajectory?
So it's kind of like math and
you
geometry?
got that?
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya.
Really? Paimon, you need to read more books.
How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, Paimon's your Tibet travel guide. Paimon knows plenty of useful stuff already. And anyway, it's not Paimon's fault that the books people read in Sumeru are so complicated.
Oh dear. I can understand. That kind of defense of mathematics, it's not my forte as well.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Don't fall asleep.
Huh? What was that sound?
There it is.
Is it really crying?
It's
or
coming
is it...
from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
Hello? The floor. Right there.
It's from below.
Mean that obvious?
There's no way we can get down there.
Dude. Does nobody else see
Something
this?
is off about the interior here.
How do we not... Whatever. Let's just go in.
As I thought. There's a hidden structure.
Wow. It's like they tucked another hospital into this one. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms around here. Let's keep exploring.
Yeah, sure. What the? Why did I... Why was I sent back? Interesting, so I need to open... Okay, now I get it. Yeah, now I get why I was sent back. But yeah, that was kind of random. So now I need to go around here and try to find something. A way to open the door. Oh! Oh dear!
begin.
Retribution!
Okay, there you go. Wait, I should probably change for a dangerous character. I mean, I could have Cole, or I could just have she's not strong enough. Well, it's your turn, Cole.
Trainee Forest Ranger Kale, reporting.
Okay, so there should still be some other locations that I need.
Step on them.
Ah, there you go. Happy yes, good. Yeah, stay there and have fun. Because currently I'm kind of busy. Here we go. So it's pretty much all about food here. Yeah, most likely.
Look,
Hello.
there's someone over there. Good idea. Let's approach him slowly without alarming him.
How long was he here?
Wait,
It's one of them, isn't it?
you're...
A village keeper, right?
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. But he looks too young to be anyone's grandfather. Also, why is he the only one here?
Most likely they forgot about him.
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
You know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind that holes up in a forest and mumbles stuff about training?
No. And that's the problem. Razak
What?
was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest, let alone reach Satyavada life.
That is weird.
Leaving that question aside for the moment, him being here alone means that we might be too late. Looks like they've already taken everyone away.
Yeah, I had a
For
feeling.
whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have time to come back for him. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a cart that was loaded with something heavy.
Mean like the
Loaded
scholars?
with people?
Most likely.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry, as if they were afraid of being caught. In their haste, they failed to notice Razak hiding in a corner.
Well, at least he's
The
safe now.
symptoms are identical. Looks like we found living proof.
Huh? Why do you say that?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time at Port Ormos.
Wait, you mean...
Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Does that mean he also used that?
Oh, now that you mention it, they're acting the same way.
Correct. The academia is behind all of this. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale.
Yeah, it's
First,
not, but...
the academia spread a false rumor of King Deshret's resurrection, emphasizing the role of the village keepers, the mad scholars who were exiled to Aru village. These rumors were all the persuasion that the radicals needed, and those based in Aru village leapt into action. Unbeknownst to them, of course, through rounding up the scholars, they were actually helping the academia. As well as being able to exploit the radicals for their own ends, this scheme has one further advantage to the academia. All the risks and responsibilities are offloaded onto King Deshret's followers. Life for the
fucked
desert
up.
dwellers has been brutal ever since King Deshret's death all those years ago. Beneath the surface, feelings of desperation are widespread. Many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Anyone looking to exploit that for their own ends simply needs to make a few empty promises. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of King Deshret and look for no further explanation than differences of belief. A deep-seated mistrust of the desert and everyone in it by the rest of Sumeru will make sure of that. The notion of an academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds. It may seem like a simple strategy, but it is able to work wonders under Sumeru's current
Well, sometimes
circumstances.
it's like that.
Oh,
Simple
that makes a
strategy is
lot
the
of
best.
sense. It's in line with the village chief's theory, too.
This is not
But
good.
there's still one very important question. Wasn't it the academia that brought the scholars to Aru village in the first place? Why does it want them back now?
I think the answer
Throughout
is
this
obvious.
process, one thing has changed. The scholar's identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiles. And finally, they become missing persons. An exile is still patently a living, breathing human being. But when someone becomes a missing person, that is brought into question. If you can't find someone, you have no way of knowing what exactly happened to them. That makes missing people an ideal resource.
Resource? For what exactly?
That is the question. Why exactly
One
they want it?
possibility is that the information in their brains could be extracted into knowledge capsules.
Extracted?
Seriously?
You mean canned knowledge comes from people's brains?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academia, it's entirely possible. Perhaps the
But that's
process
still
caused
messed
them
up.
great suffering, which is why they cry out in the dead of night when no one is watching them.
So, the human brain... Nope, nah, Hyman doesn't want to think about this.
I'm the Academia's scribe, after all. I'm familiar with their projects. Anyway,
lovely.
judging by Razak's state, the contents of a divine knowledge capsule were extracted from his mind. But something went wrong in the process. Or perhaps his curiosity got the better of him, and he used such a capsule for himself.
Hyman's a little confused. Can they just use anyone's brain?
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer.
Yeah.
That's right. To some scholars, gaining knowledge about the gods is their entire life's pursuit. Extracting canned knowledge is just one of the extreme measures they turn to. However, I can't help but wonder, what do they seek to gain from divine knowledge? The academia is going out of their way to look for forbidden knowledge, but what is their ultimate goal? I've
Then
spent
what create a
quite some
god?
time trying to analyze the contents of the divine knowledge capsule, but to no avail. It seems like
Does
my
anyone
way of
else
thinking
remember
is too different from
Scaramouche?
theirs.
You mean you're not even slightly interested in getting your hands on this forbidden stuff?
All scholars seek to expand the horizons of knowledge, but I'm not particularly interested in gods, so I don't share their degree of zealotry. Extracting information from people as if they were lifeless objects? If this is the direction of academic progress, then the academia may as well shut its doors.
Yeah, because that is
Sounds like you're really
fucked up.
against all this.
Of course. The academia's actions run contrary to their rules. Whether it be academics or knowledge, everything has its boundaries. If those lines are crossed, the rules and order that govern everything in the world will be destroyed. This matter needs to be corrected, just like fixing a typo in a book.
Wait,
Seriously?
didn't you step in to help because you felt sympathy for those poor people?
Not to be callous, but no.
Oh
My
my god,
criteria are a little more restrictive than that. There is no shortage of
Are you a
suffering in
robot?
Sumeru, and the same can be said for the rest of Teyvat as well. What do you plan to do about that? Save every last person?
I mean, I can try.
Probably not. Paimon's not sure.
You can say that. Simply put, I don't blindly place my faith into strength or heroism. I do what I want. The divine knowledge capsule is something I want to investigate in full. That doesn't mean I'm willing to take action for the sake of a few strangers.
Paimon's been wanting to say this for a while. There are a lot of bad guys in the academia, but you're not one of them. You're their weirdo.
Okay, there you go. That's
You're
your
probably right.
nickname. Mr.
Though I
Weirdo.
must say, I quite enjoy this feeling of being the odd one out. Uniqueness is also an asset, is it not?
That is true.
Wow, that's a great way to think about it. Paimon's really impressed. If only Miss Shani had a similar mindset, her life would definitely be a lot easier.
I'm just a more likable person than her in general. There's nothing more to it than that. He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him with us.
That is
We'll
true.
work out our next step after we return to Aru Village.
Poor guy. Let's at least give him some food. Alright, we're back with them.
We're back!
I should eventually take a break just to eat my
You
pizza.
must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
Thank you. I also eat my pizza.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Well,
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one
yeah,
of the
there's
people
no
we're
way.
trying to
Yeah.
find.
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar Hospital served as the academia's site for extracting divine cant knowledge.
Yep, pretty much.
I know it's pretty
Their
fucked
plan
up, right?
must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru Village, since divine cant knowledge has been in circulation for a while now. Yet, They fled once we were headed to the village. Almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our whereabouts to the academia.
Well, I know it's not her, nor Candace. Definitely not me, nor Paimon, nor the kid. So that leaves Sino or Mr. Weirdo.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
I guess they are. Let's see, Sino. Is it Sino? I don't know. What about Mr. Weirdo? Well, seeing as what I've seen so far, I don't think so, but he's still wearing the thingy in his ear.
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our movements.
Pardon?
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Share your...
Choose your next words
theory.
very carefully.
Calm down,
It
Sino.
is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... Sino's the mole. Interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious one, Alhaitham, since you were always acting alone.
That is
I
true.
know. You have a point, but I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like any of us.
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra?
Okay.
As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, wouldn't you expect them to take precautions against you? If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring me?
It's not
Oh.
that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol for dealing with you. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing a thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities throughout the day, preferred methods of enacting judgment, everything.
You're
Holy
saying that
shit.
the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into the Akasha.
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow, your destination. It knew all of this.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that you resigned is proof that their suspicions were well-founded.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a thorn in their side. Tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to
because
the
it's predicted,
academia. They
you
need
were able to
scholars who are
figure out
easily
where it's
pliable and
going,
mindlessly
what
go
it's
after
doing.
anything they can profit from. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just proves how much of a trustworthy ally you are.
Yeah, but now
They
he's feeling
escaped because of
disappointing on
me.
himself.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea.
What?
If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger passes.
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now!
Well, I don't.
Academia is trying to avoid Sino. The
Oh.
safest place would be... Yep, that's right.
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's
Okay.
go, guys! After him! Please, wait! I want to go too!
Isaac.
You want to go too? If so, you have to promise you'll stay safe.
Yeah, okay, be
I want to
careful.
find Grandpa. I promise I'll be careful and not cause any trouble.
Well, you
Everyone?
promised.
I leave him in your hands.
I guess we have another choice.
Hey, let's go! Remember to pack some food with you.
Of
Paimon
course.
feels like we're missing someone, though.
You mean like Dia? She just went. I'm not super sure what she's planning. But, oh well. Yeah, I should definitely take a little break. Just to eat. Okay, so... where are we supposed to go? Over there. Got it. But I'm just gonna take a little break just to eat.